Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to, well, hopefully another great day for streaming. Uh, Another bit of Pokemon Legends Arceus today. Last time we managed to get through, not only get, the Electrode, boss fight done, but just about ready for the Avalog fight. I think we're actually ready to just head there. So we get to calm the last noble down quick, and then, see what it pushes us to do after that, because I know it's not going to be the end of the game there. I know there's going to be at least something more beyond that. So let's go ahead and get on into the game and head up to go help him. Oh, I should have changed out Ponyta. Oh well. Oh. Yeah, we got him. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Oh, why, if it isn't Crispy? What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face, in this four corner of the Alabaster Icelands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalug. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Sure. Why wouldn't you be? So Avalug, yes, the fifth of Hisui's nobles, that he is, and you know what? He's an absolute beast. Well, yes, according to what I was told, not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires a massive icicle, fires off massive icicles, and he can cause sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem a bit too powerful to take on? What's more, apparently the Avalog of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Doesn't that seem a bit too big to take on? Oh, you'll be alright. You just have to eat some sword caps, then give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward now, to the arena. Yes, well, I did want to see that Avalug, but perhaps not at the cost of my life. So I suppose my freezing digits and I will be off. Hmm. Oh, that's an alpha. That was just shy. All right. here we go. So we are to quell Avalugg as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out. Or maybe your real strength comes from the way that you walk among both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs using that eternal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it'll be only a moment's work. And there you have it. If you truly wish to quell Avalugg, then walk on. The path lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You'll need unrivaling dodging ability. I'm going. Should be easy. We've been doing pretty decent with that. Gotten hit a couple of times, but mostly been good. Time to face the giant ice table. I do mean giant. Holy cow. Ow. Please go out. I it's bull. It's all because the Rapidash wouldn't get sent out. We're gonna restart the battle from the beginning. Oh, bull. Not what I meant to do. Alright. Oh my god. How did you miss the big giant thing? Rapidash. Got it. Oh. There's the icicle plate from Avalugg. Uh, Yerk, sir, you needn't look quite so downcast. But seeing mighty Avalugg quelled by such a slight child, a child that fell from the very sky, is this crispy boy some kind of monster in disguise? He is no monster. He's the one who risked his life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Crispy. Garrick cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart and believes Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any of us that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change. Irida? I know your fears will change once you see that what I've seen. Crispy has much to teach us. He's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife as long as our Pokemon are with us. He made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. It seems you've already changed, Irida. I knew you would pull that off, Crispy. Hey, the whole crew is here. You called every last frenzied noble. So is the space-time rift going to start closing up now, or what? There's little way of knowing for sure, though the rift seems perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although, even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should still be alright as long as we've got Crispy. Indeed, we should be. It's good to have him at our side. You know something, Irida? We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but you Pearl Clan folks aren't all bad in my book. Look who's finally seen reason. Anyway, now that we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Komodo a visit and see if he'll finally crack a smile for us. All right. I don't think. Oh wait, I do have. All right. Those away. I'll definitely take the money. It didn't make a... I made a dent in it, I guess. Alright, back to Komodo. To see where the story next takes us. Let me guess. Sister's lost in the Icelands now? She hasn't come back. I heard she was all bundled up against the cold, too, so I've got a sneaking suspicion she went to the Alabaster Icelands. Whatever sent her out there, it doesn't seem like it's an assignment for the Security Corps. But what else could make her want to go to such a dangerous place alone? Oh no. Oh, wait, what? Why are you here? What? My brother went to the Alabaster Islands. See, that brother. The one who's refused to even set foot outside the village since he got attacked by some shinks and totally traumatized. We've got to go find him at once. Please, Savior. Got to help us one more time. So it's the reverse this time. Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace will be restored to Hisui by the hands of our... or would be restored to Hisui by the hands of our mysterious Riftborn helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a world restored to normalcy. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Or not. Go nourish yourself at the Wallflower, and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemon around us. Thanks for this nice, sizable helping of potato mochi, Benny, old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you'd recommend, by all means, bring it out. Excuse me. Having the nobles all quelled, it's a grave threat to rest. Now it's time we focused on our survey work, though we still can't let our guard down around regular wild Pokemon, of course. Certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalugg needed quelling. But if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing. Yes, someone might have been under attack by some frenzied nobles this very moment if Crispy hadn't come falling out of the sky to us. I still wonder, though, just what in the space is the space-time rift anyway? And what will make and what will make it finally go? Wait, if the rift were to vanish, would that leave Crispy stranded here? I'm not sure. Well, our little team is certainly very practiced at investigating things by now. We'll look into the matter and find a solution. I've no doubt. And even if we don't, well, you'll always have a home here in Jubilee Village, Crispy. Now then, tomorrow is soon upon us, and it'll be another hard day at work for the Survey Corps. Don't forget that we've got our sights on nothing less than a completed Pokédex. That's right. We'll get it done, with Crispy in the lead and me as the valiant assistant. Assistant? Come on, Akari. Don't sell yourself short. You're a full-fledged member of the Survey Corps, too. Well, thanks for that, Professor. Then, I guess I'd better eat my fill and get plenty of energy for another long day tomorrow. Bakum is weird. Kaboom I've heard, but not Bakum. Disaster looming. Oh! Yeah, that looks familiar. Looks like the red chains around Palkia and Dialga. Guess we gotta go find 3 mystical Pokemon to help us out. Some sort of dreadful energy seems to be pouring from the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky has gone red. I've word from the commander. You're to report to his office at once. The way the sky has changed, it is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this order? What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the culling of all the nobles, didn't you? That can wait. There's a more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of that strange lightning, the one that drove Cleavor into a frenzy. It struck the night that Crispy fell from the sky, did it not? It only seems natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Who or what are you really, Crispy? Oh, damn it. Indeed. You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about? And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you're really after here? Hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest Crispy has wronged us. Exactly. And besides, do you really think he's got the sort of fearsome power it take to make all this happen? Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that he is free from guilt? This stranger appeared out of a rift in space-time. Who here can guarantee he is who he says? Who here can guarantee he is to be trusted? No one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Crispy supposed to do then? He will be given a chance to investigate this latest disaster, but not as a member of the Galaxy team. He remains a suspect unless he can clear his name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky, and so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No, until you've restored the world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Celine? Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Crispy? Do not attempt to intervene on his behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free rather than clap you in chains. You're to be expelled from the village? But why? Orders are orders. Let's go. This way. Ah. We can take it from here, ma'am. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It is only right that I should personally escort him from the village and to the Fieldlands camp. I'll also see him off. As will I, naturally. I'll allow it. Then I'll mark you all down as bound for the Fieldlands camp. Safe travels. Okay. What now? I can't believe the boss would do this. You were acting on his own orders when you quelled the frenzied nobles. Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the power to turn it red. This is utterly intolerable, and, I might add, absurdly unscientific. As a man of science, I must fight such illogical thinking. I must fight such illogical thinking tooth and nail. You must not. You will only cause Crispy more pain if you are driven out as well by defending him. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond and Pearl clan. Of course, perhaps Adamon and Irida might take you in. Though I'm afraid they've both already returned to their respective settlements. Perhaps you could try and go find Leanne first? He's likely to be at Grand Tree Arena. Don't die alone out there. That's an order. I will ensure you have all you need to complete the survey the commander has tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life, you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. How others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values. What of the dream I first shared with you on Prelude Beach? To complete the Pokédex. That dream simply won't come true without you. Yep, let's fast travel to the arena. What in the world did you do? Look at the size of that rift. Lightning starts pouring from it. All the Pokemon in Hisui could be thrown into a frenzy. The entire clan is in a panic now. I should have known that the only thing that could come from that rift was disaster. Oh, shit. Help? Well, that's not exactly something I can do. It's not that I wouldn't like to help you, but it would put Irida in a difficult position. I truly wish that I could repay you for quelling Cleavor's frenzy as you did, You must know that, but there's nothing I alone can do for you. Warden May might be able to help you, though she's a caring woman after all. You'll most likely find May at the Warren Bridge. I believe it's a very significant place for her. I'm certain that somewhere in the vastness of Hisui, there is a place for you as well. Yeah, we can beat that one. My, what a frightful sky. Such a disturbing sight would be enough to put anyone ill at ease. You don't know what brought this about, do you? I suppose it's too much to expect that you could already have an answer to all this. I heard from our leader what happened. You can't return to the village of ours, can you? But I'm afraid the Diamond Clan cannot be the ones to save you. The Diamond Clan could end up at war with the Galaxy team if things went badly. Think you would regret that as much as anyone. The Great Reader took a liking to you. I want to offer my support, but forgive me. I can't help you in this. Do not abandon hope. Time solves all things. And besides, you seem to have a talent for making your own way in the world. I have no doubt you'll continue to find a path to walk. Aww. They're not being aggressive. Interesting. Hey! Strange events seem to follow you wherever you go, don't they? Found you at last, Crispy. I've been looking all over for you, you know. What would I do if I were to lose one of my favorite customers? Don't worry, I've already heard what happened. A good merchant knows well the importance of staying abreast of all the latest news. It seems you're in quite the pinch. No place for you among the Diamond or Pearl clans. To say nothing of how poorly the Galaxy team has treated you. But not to worry. There are still corners of the Hisui region where you can statue away in secret. I know a spot that will be the perfect hideaway. Leave it all up to me. Here we are. I know. It's no palace, but you know the saying about beggars and choosers. Taking your work to come pester me again, even beneath a bleeding sky, you never change. Always a pleasure, Mistress Kogita. But I'm afraid I'm not here today to learn more of Hisui's myths and legends. No mistress, thank you. Just Kogita, and this is... Why, Crispy is the man of the hour. He's the one who quelled the frenzy of all the Pokemon nobles, believe it or not. Ah, the poor wretch you spoke of, lost in time and space. Dear me, lost one. It seems I'll be able to fulfill my duty at long last, thanks to you. Duty? Indeed, I am to guide you, lost one, for the task of preventing great disaster falls to you. A rift in space-time must be mended, lest time and space themselves be thrown out of balance. But come, you may enter my dear hideaway. There's much to be told. Big old expedition dump now, huh? The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. In one such realm, far and farther still from ours, dwells Almighty Sinnoh. Neither of theirs, technically. I wonder if this decides which one I face. Palkia or Dialga. The expanse of antiquity to eternity, from antiquity to eternity, and the expanse from all sides above and below. Time traces the path we tread from the here and now into the future, while space yawns all-encompassingly, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those two clans do? They're inseparable. Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, one who has known other ages. Now listen, Lost One. Here is what you must do. Hisui holds 3 lakes of great importance: Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each will set you, and bear their gifts to the shrouded ruins. There you may receive the red chain. With it, perhaps you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? Which means it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know the old words and what they bid us do. How true they are isn't mine to know. And regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors, to leave their legends to the children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty, and you'll do it, won't you? Of course. There is nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. The ARC phone is beeping. You can see the location of 3 lakes marked on your ARC phone. Mistress Kogita's got a lovely workbench here. And if you need materials, I'll be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. What about the pastures? Ah, that is a problem, isn't it? What should we do about that indeed? What was that cry? Have we now a lost Pokemon as well as a lost child? Do see to it, please. How could I refuse you, ma'am? Off we go. Hey, Abra. Hello, hello, it's an Abra. Where did you teleport in from, little fellow? And it's got a letter addressed to you. Take a closer look at the letter. To Crispy. You may use my Pokemon as a go-between to access the pastures in Jubilee Village. I've also ensured that you'll be able to utilize our base camps without issue. I have every confidence in your ability as an adept Survey Corps member to bring this bizarre situation under control promptly. Sincerely, Cillian, Survey Corps Captain, Galaxy Expedition Team. Good tidings from the letters, then? That's right. Now then, so we're to visit 3 lakes. Doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out. Quite the opportunist, aren't? Quite the opportunist. Opportunist. Wow, quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant. Ah, of course the 2 of them. I've managed to reassure my people for now. The wardens are keeping a close eye on their nobles too. Seems all quiet for the moment, and so, here we are. But still, you'll never get away with openly aiding you. Well, we'll never get away with openly aiding you. If we were to undermine the commander's direct orders, relations would grow strained. Long story short, we want to help, but without drawing attention. So it'll be just one of us. Me or her, it's up to you. Though the answer should be obvious. So yeah, these are the making the choices. Okay. Oh, Sneasel's fighting poison? What if Bergmite evolve into... that would be Avalugg, which would be Ice Ground, right? Is Avalugg Ice Ground or Ice Rock? Syrian is Ice Rock, which would put it the same as, which would give me the double up with Cleavor. So, last one will be Piloswine. We'll make that our finalized team, even if we've got to... Well, actually, leveling up will be easy. Let us take those out quick. And let's see. First... That evolution. This one's also ready to evolve. Okay. Mamoswine. He's still, yeah. And actually, out of curiosity, what was... female, which means this can only be a Gordovar, and we just gotta get it to level 30. That's easy enough, though. There we go. Mostly caught up. The only other thing I need to check is Sneasel evolution. Use Razor Claw during the daytime. Do I have a Razor Claw? I do have a Razor Claw. Question is this considered daytime? Good. Think that gives us a fully evolved team now to work on leveling? Yeah, Typhlosion, Sneasler, Cleavor, Gardevoir. Yep. Full team. Let's check moves quick. None that I really want him to have, so we're good there. Got Close Combat, Sword Dance, Poison Jab, and Slash. May also leave the target poison, paralyzed, or drowsy. Interesting move. But I think we're good there with what moves he's got. Yes. Alright, change moves. Definitely want Psychic over Teleport. And I guess Calm Mind's definitely worth it. So a Dazzling Gleam. right. Honestly, Aquatail's mischance. Means I think we're good with what we got on him. Yeah, high horsepower is definitely the better move. Yeah, I think with what he's got, he's good too. All right. All right. Pearl or diamond? Pearl or diamond? Let's go with Irida. It was the one who got you what you needed when you first set out to quell Cleavor. You and I made his bombs together. Just what I would expect of you. You made the right choice. You won't regret it. So then the leftover leader will... Leftover? Think again. Crispy trusts me enough to leave the tough job up to me alone. I'll be keeping an eye on the commander so I can let you all know if anything happens. Of course, of course. And the lucky chosen one comes with us to the lakes. We can fill you in on the details as we go. Well, the first task will be to decide which one of Hisui region's 3 Great Lakes to visit first. But yes, we should get moving. I'd rather we walk this road together, but if the commander were to get wind of it, it would only make things worse. I'll meet you at whichever lake we choose. Alright, Irida, you and Crispy, well, you two do what needs doing. Trial of Lake Verity, Trial of Lake Valor, and Trial of Lake Acuity. Alright. Perfect timing. We get to work on the 3 trials. But first, we go ahead and take our first break. So give me a moment to run some ads to make sure that no one gets ads for joining, as always. And when we come back, we will continue on with this in just a few moments. So I will see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty, back and ready to continue with this. So off to the first of the three lakes, I guess. In which means, let's see. Okay, they are numbered, so we'll do Verity first. We got everything ready to go. We got our party all set up. He is our shop, which is just a normal shop. Okay. Think we are good. Let's get going. To Lake Verity. Let's see how long these lake missions, what these lake missions entail. How long they take. Ah, we can't, ooh. Well, it means we might end up with a decent, well, benefit of having the bird now. That was not what I wanted. Alright, let's see. They say that this lake actually used to be a volcano, but it erupted, leaving a huge crater that filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It was protected by a Pokemon called Mesprit. It was when Mesprit took flight that people first learned the joy and sorrow of living, or that's how the old tales go anyway. The Arc phone is beeping. And of course, the Arceus phone would let us get in here now. That cave, it just appeared from nowhere. Is that the Arc phone the professor was going on about? What surprises wait within, I wonder. Mistress Kogita seemed quite intent that you would have to prove yourself to all three of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. This challenge was never for the faint of heart. Here we go. Let's see what we gotta do for these lake challenges. The air feels somehow tense in here. That's a Goodra. Menacing Pokemon stands before you. You and your Pokemon quelled Tsui's nobles. You can handle any battle, Crispy. It's a Goodra. Probably should have changed my starter Pokemon, but that's fine. Let's see. So Mamoswine and Sneasler are the ones that have effective moves. Damn it! Of course, then it would suddenly just... Of course. Alright, You know, that's going to get rid of Typhlosion. Oh, at least it wasn't. It was down enough. That was enough. That was not a good fight, though. Damn. It's curious, but when I watch you and your Pokemon battle, it feels as if there's no obstacle that can't be overcome. People and Pokemon work together. Now, let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. Feel a mysterious presence. Hey! It's Mesprit. I can't make any... Guess if I have to, I'd rather make sure... these guys got levels. Alright, what is your trial, Mesprit? Your emotions. Share them with me. They're yours. I can only imagine how it feels to speak directly with a Pokemon like that. When you fell to this land, what stirred in your heart? Bewilderment. How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? Heartening. What did you feel when you mingled with Hisui's clans? We're all so different. What did you feel when you cast out of the Galaxy team? Life is complicated. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. Mesprit's plume. Okay. Proof that you have completed the trial set by Mesprit, the being of emotion that lives in Lake Verity. This item is needed to forge the red chain. I know that Pokemon spoke with you, yet the words did not reach my ears. It's mysterious, but I suppose when dealing with someone who fell from the sky, it's only natural to encounter mystery. Next, on to Lake Valor and Lake Acuity. There's nothing else in here, right? Oh, yeah, there's nothing else in here. Alright. Look like that worked out well, Crispy. I must say, you know an awful lot about Hisui, Volo. I suppose a merchant like you sees all sorts of things on their travels. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. Same goes for me. Our clan settled at the very spot where our forebears once beheld Almighty Sinnoh, but I have still never seen Almighty Sinnoh for myself. Weighty matters to ponder for sure, but we have an important task before us. Do you want to return to Mistress Kogita's house? Yeah, let's go back. Perfect. I'd like to see what she thinks of our progress. I'm gonna get some max revive or some revives from Volo while we're here. And then turn them into max revives if I can. Ah, Miss Brit's plume. So the legends told it true. Then the red chain must be real as well. I beg your pardon, Kogita, ma'am. But what do these Pokemon that represent the mind have to do with this red chain? And why exactly should it bind the world? Your doubt suggests a keen intellect. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? One might even say the world, time, space, all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. What? So does the mind create the world? But isn't it the other way around? Or is it... Such are myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we'll get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of success to which how confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. Okay, I can't craft any of those. Can do that though. Case. Oh, do I not? Oh, okay, no, my Pokemon are rested. Okay. I don't have to actually rest. Alright. So next is Valor. I think I know where we're going for that one. There we go. Do you know about Lake Valor? It's said to have been formed by a volcanic eruption, much like Lake Verity. Though there are always other theories that say it was carved out in the midst of a Pokemon battle. This lake is protected by the Pokemon Azelf, and when Azelf took flight, The will to do what needs be doing is born in people's hearts, and that is what legend would have us believe. And the arc phone opens up the way. Cave appears. Let's head in. Alright, let's see what we got to deal with in here. Columns inside the cave anyway. Ooh. Think like before, if I have to lose any Pokemon, Typhlosion is the one I don't mind, so we can always start with him. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course. It goes first this time. Alright, well. Again, the only one that's got anything super effective is Mamoswine. Jeez. Of course you'd miss. Come on, hit with the Hurricane this time. I know it's only a 75. I forgot that Hurricane. Such a low hit chance. Should have sent Sneasler out to begin with so that Gyarados would have actually gotten full XP. Oh well. Uh-huh. Let's see what this one has for us. Show to me unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Oh. I meant to try to hit Azelf with them? Then... Will you abandon this folly? I'm not through yet. Ah, hey. Okay. Glad we didn't give up. That look exhausting. But only one more to go now. Mind you, I'm not looking forward to the Volo fight if that means we're basically at the end here. I assume all went well, Crispy? Still, I must wonder, why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running about? And to test whether whoever seeks it is worthy? Perhaps you're right. Who knows what would happen if it fell in the wrong hands, after all? Though, on the other hand, what use would those wrong hands have for it? No one can say for sure. Maybe the red chain has some other use besides mending the world. The red chain's as mysterious as this entire predicament we're in. But if we continue visiting the lakes, we'll get closer to an answer. So, shall we return to Mistress Kogita's home? Of course. Then we can see if Mistress Kogita has any more insight to share with us. But at least the lakes are very, straightforward, so that means we are basically at the end game. I don't know how bad that fight's gonna be, though. So that's Azelf's Fang. I sense a warmth to it. Do have to wonder if anyone else has ever completed the trials of these lake Pokemon. Indeed. Yet, we may want to add just a dash more speed than things in Jubilee Village are tense. What makes you say so? It seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants informed me that Commander Komodo has raised a force. Not to survey the Pokemon, but to subdue it, should the need arise. One of those Ginkgo Guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them. Now, if a Pokemon truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? Don't let Hisui's great vastness stop you, Crispy. Let's go get the final item we need. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold too. Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you've sought the third lake, you'll find what's needed for the red chain. Make for the shrouded ruins. Yeah. Volo definitely, trying to set stuff up there. Definitely starting to slip up that he is not from this time either. It seems. We'll gain side quest stuff later. Alright. Into a Pokemon somehow? Beauty is protected by the Pokemon. Uxie. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's mind. That's what the stories say, anyway. The Arcphone lets us in. Tool that can make caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. What awaits us inside? Imagine there may be a Pokemon in there protecting the lake's guardian. Take care. Let's see what we have to fight this time. Oh, Hisuian Zooark. Yeah. Guess here we go. Hey, Sam. Not looking forward to this fight. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. And, Jesus. Every single one of them one-shot Typhlosion. Well, Typhlosion wouldn't have been useful. Of course, Gyarados is the most useful, but also with the low level. Wow, actually got nothing. Okay. Start with Mamoswine and hope we can get some good damage in. No, they appeared for me. Oh, ooh, and he survived. Let's do the Agent Power, because that might finish it off. Yes! We lucked out on that one, actually. Everybody but Typhlosion gets the XP off of that. Yeah, Twitch is weird sometimes when it comes to their emojis, where it doesn't quite work every time, even if you put the same thing each time. Told stories about it as children. Alright. What's Uxie's trial gonna be? Come, I will test your knowledge. Uh-oh. Combi, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are there eyes? Tell me each one by one, yet all at once. Answer me. Huh. Well, I mean, I've got all of them, so I should have all those quests. Hopefully. I'm ready to answer. Oh no, I was not expecting that. Um, Hold on. Yeah, no, I need the question again. Um, Hold on. I might have to cheat, but let's see. Um, Combi, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, and Dusclops. Zubat has no eyes. Unknown has one. Dusclops has one. Magneton should have three. Is it only two for Magneton? And Combi... I think Combi also only has... Oh, actually... Let's see. Okay, go to all. Is there a... There we go. Order alphabetical. Yeah, Combi has 6. Yeah. Yeah, so Combi has 6. So it's 6, 0. And I don't think I have Magneton in here. No, I've only seen a Magnezone. And even then... Yeah, I would think it would be 3, because it's 3 Magnemites, and each Magnemite has 1 eye. So it'd be 60131, but it... Yeah. So 60131. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't remember if Combi actually had 3 little faces, one on each one, or if it was just the 3 hexes with 1 big face on it. That's why Combi was losing out on me. But the others I was pretty sure were I knew the eyes on. Oh, nice. I know you said you were working on some last bit. I didn't know if you had actually finished it or not. So congrats there, Sam. And it seems we finished the 3 lake trials. Correctly, we were told to then head to the Shrouded Ruins. I don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. The only time, it seems, where we go from one map to another without an in-between. Even if it's more for a video. Let's see, the Shrouded Ruins. Or cutscene, I should say. Mist is so Very good at obscuring things. It's long been said to blur boundaries. If we're to somehow bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokemon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now? Seems I've made it in time. Huh. You arrived just when we'd assembled all three gifts. Did you somehow see our progress across the distance dividing us? I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokemon, if you really wish to know. Could you mean that Pokemon that flits about the Hisui region? But never mind that now. What about the red chain? How are we to forge it? I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, one said to be capable of binding the very world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands? Then what are we to do? Search the entire vastness of Hisui for the answer? Or come here and know that the answer will be given to us? Yep, there they are. The Pokemon of the lakes. That's when we completed the trial, they'll give us the chain. So if I get a chance to show you, you missed yesterday, Sam. I got my first random shiny as well. I in exploring and doing stuff, I got a shiny Machop. So it was true. The pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last, I can see this burden aside. Set this burden aside. You've succeeded once again. Yet things do not seem to be going as well for the rest of the world. What have you heard now? I've heard some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems that the commander is going to forego waiting for our investigation to finish. He plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. Has he lost his senses? He plans to get close to the rift to study it himself? Well, he doesn't yet know that our Crispy has managed to get the red chain now, does he? Hey there. Unlucky. Interesting name to have there. Let's see. That's true. There's no way he could. We need to tell him about the chain and about everything Crispy has achieved before he sets out. Yeah, no bother. Usually, while I'm here playing games, I'm usually more trying to pay attention to chat most of the time. Yeah, I do use a capture card. I've been for a while now using a the Razer external capture card here. It's the Razer Ripsaw HD. Surprisingly well. I used to use an Elgato long time ago when I first started streaming, before I kind of took a break due to a job that I had gotten. The problem with that one was lag, which always made it weird trying to get everything set up, because every time I'd almost have to spend time on OBS all the time with the Elgato capture card I had, being like, okay, let's try to adjust the timing again to make sure it's all together and not off-put, and it was always a problem. The Razer one, there's no lag for my gameplay and what OBS gets, so I don't have to fix anything. Yeah, I haven't looked at the Elgato capture card. It might be a settings thing, or it may just be how it needs to be connected. Because a lot of times, like, when I had the Elgato one that I had, it required power and to be connected to the PC in order to work properly, even though it was an external card. So that could be part of the problem. Back. Maybe Captain Celine's appetite for potato mochi will return. I wait here a minute, will you? I'll go and let the captain know you're back. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to issues with that kind of stuff, Elgato does have decent support for their things, and usually I'll spend some time doing research, kind of just searching the issue online as best I can, and if I can't, then maybe look into asking people. But usually you can find some stuff between playing around yourself or looking online for most things. My dear Crispy. The professor has been awfully worried about you. Worried, but I don't think I could hold a candle to the stress you showed. And thanks for the follow there, Unlucky. Nice. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I personally, it was one of those. I've been wanting to get through all the Pokemon games. I bought them, but never really finished. Even if I finished them, it was barely kind of finished. So I wanted to get a stream playthrough to the end game on all of them, to then maybe have the option to do post game stuff later. I don't think it's appropriate for an adult to make things up just to hide their embarrassment. Where's the captain? Wasn't she come along with you? She's buried under a mound of work. I'm afraid we're to join her in the Survey Corps office. It seems her hands are more than full now that Commander Kamado is gone. Commander's gone? Well, he set out from Mount Coronet with the Security Corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including dealing with the Pokemon that's been spotted on the other side. That's why I was filling in for the regular guards with Pikachu at the ready. Well, we aren't getting anywhere out here. Let's head inside and report to the captain. So you managed not to die, just as I ordered. Well done. I have no idea what you're implying. All I know is Abra vanished on its own accord, inconveniencing me greatly. Sure, Celine. Before moving forward, I must ask, I assume that you are here again because you've managed to learn something of use? I visited these lakes. Go on. You explained about the red chain you obtained. A legendary tool said to bind the very world. Commander Kamado is no longer here in Jubilee Village. The Security Corps has been scouting the area near the space-time rift, and they reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokemon. The commander made the decision to take the Security Corps to the mountain so as to prepare to fend off any possible threats. They were to make for the temple at the peak. However strong the commander himself may be, he should have gotten Crispy to help. He doesn't trust us, though. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. Take the red chain to Mount Coronet, make your way to the peak, and put an end to all of this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank. Are you certain you can do that with the commander away? If he didn't wish me to decide things in his place, then he should not have left me in charge here. Alright. We're all in this together. We members of the Survey Corps. Naturally, no one suggested you should not. What? Something the matter, Lucario? I'm Rye, and you are? Okay, you're Crispy. Nice to meet you. What is it, Lucario? It seems Lucario sensed your strong aura, too. If you're willing to battle us, could you come to the training grounds? Interesting. Oh, hey, speaking of side quests, perfect time to get a little bit grabbed before we go forward. We gotta take another break soon, and I'd rather get the break done before we go to the next step. If it isn't one of our beloved customers, might I trouble you to help me with a little survey work? My family, we've always passed down tales of some ancestor that lived in a village around the avalanche slopes, but I've never been able to find any hint of such a settlement ever existing. I'm beginning to doubt the tales are true. But everyone wants to know about where they came from, don't they? So help me out. See if you can find any evidence people ever lived around the avalanche slopes. Okay. Anyone up above? Does not seem like there's a mission up above. Okay. Might as well do this side one. A little quick battle would be worth it. Or not. I can't do it right now. Okay. We have to go forward with the story before we can do any of the other things. Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about is the fact that I have a feeling the fight with Volo is not going to be an easy one. Not with our Pokemon that it is. That we have at their levels. Let me see if I can... What candy? Oh, he's got... I can't afford it, though. Do I have anything worth... Damn. The only thing I have that's got value that I'm willing to sell, I don't think isn't going to be enough. True. But I don't think, Oh, he's off to the side. Okay. That's why he wasn't there. That's not the training grounds, mister. And let's forego the small talk and proceed to the battle. Alright. Level 62. Oh. Devotion survived. Don't ding. Oh, well, I didn't even need to do strong style. Okay. Like, I knew he was weak to fire being a steel type, but damn, that was a lot easier than I expected. Wonderful battle. Seems we need to redo our training, Lucario. Thank you for the experience. So, we met many Pokemon, and that's helped make you stronger. Test our skills in other places from now on. Let's meet again. Alright. Still no quests to grab, but at least we got that done. Next. Let's rest quick and then I guess start to head forward. I forgot that this was only a rest to certain times. Oh well. Because I don't think time really looks any different right now with the way the sky is. Alright, Right. That's sorted and that's sorted. Let's go. Did you find the commander? Commander's already at Mount Cornet. Already. How could a grown man like Commander Komodo be so reckless? First expelling you, and now this? I think he needs a stern talking to. As the leader of the Pearl Clan, loyal to Almighty Sinnoh, who reigns over all space, I can go anywhere in Vastasui that I please. And now I am going to go stop the commander. Who's the reckless one? Oh. Hey. You got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all? That's right. Crispy worked hard to get that red chain to help us. Too right. And a fine job he did, too. Survey Car is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as for the sake of our relations with Pokemon. Thanks. Here, take this. Hey! I'll take a max revive. Orders are 3. 1, make for the summit camp, and, from there, the Temple of Sinnoh. 2, use the red chain to resolve this mess. 3, return here alive. Always a good commander to want your people to not risk their lives to follow and finish whatever their tasks are. I feel like that camera turned. Hold on. There we go. It should be a little better. I heard the latest. So you've been accepted back into Galaxy Team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here, some max potions for me to celebrate. Okay. It's like he's preparing us to fight him. Looks like the big moment is upon us at last. But no doubt you'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adamon and Irida have headed to the peak as well. My good friend, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of them, our most beloved and loyal customers. It seems Komodo intends to use the summit camp as a base of operations for his undertaking. As for me, I think I will set up shop closer to the temple itself. Okay. Things certainly seem to have gotten out of hand. Well, if anything goes wrong, the great Melly will be here, for moral support, at least. It's like, I ain't gonna risk my life, but I'll cheer you on from here. Alright, yeah. Might as well grab a few things while we're here. As well as see. What level is this little guy? 27? That's not gonna make much of a dent in anything. Yeah. No, I know leveling is definitely the thing I need. And I'm hoping... I'm probably going to head up and hope that the stuff up is going to be what'll give me that. But might as well grab this side quest while I'm here. It's Dorva Round Body, cause to go rolling down the hill. It's headed straight for the Stone Tooth Row and Boulder Roll Ravine. These areas are full of dangerous Pokemon. Yeah. Though that is the one thing I probably should believe. Where was it? Oh, no, hold on. Keep that. Should probably have done that from the beginning. Oh, I'm not. My God. I get too impatient. Hmm. All right. Yeah, Typhlosion gets the full benefit of all this. Oh, it can't raise lower stats. All right, well. What? All special. This special attacks at 204 even with a attack lowering. Huh. I might. It'll depend. Do that, and then I guess. That'll do. Really should have done that a lot earlier, and probably been catching and releasing a lot more Pokemon, but oh well. It is actually past time for that break I was talking about, so that worked out perfectly. We'll take a little bit of a break to run ads again, and when we come back, we'll head up the hill and hope that there's stuff up there that'll help level us up a bit. So, see you guys in just a little bit. Alright, let's continue forward. Alright. I know we went here before, and there were some pretty strong Pokemon. Oh, he's not Red-Eye. Alright, wasn't expecting the critical hit. But hey, almost leveled everyone up. Keep doing the electric type moves against the Mamoswine. Of course it's got Swift. Okay. Got the Alpha Electivire. Which definitely helped. Plus... yeah, we'll use the max heal on it. And that candy can go to Gardevoir. Let's see, it learned a new move. What did it learn? Aura Sphere. Okay, that's not a bad fighting move. Hmm. Kind of like the moves she's currently got, though. Alright, gotta be going through a cave, huh? This is the stone portal. I've been told not to let anyone pass. But really, I'm not sure what the point is any longer. Think you could go ask for me? It's like, I'm not supposed to let you pass, but can you find out why I'm not supposed to let you pass? Should have double-checked the Pokemon I had first before getting close, just in case this ended as a fight. Oh. Still alive and kicking. Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now, serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But the Taskmaster Komodo's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as well. Time to get rid of you once and for all. I don't understand. I'll make myself plain. As Komodo's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds Komodo can't, or won't do himself. I gave him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. Besides, it's not just Komodo who longs to live in a new home free of fear or strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. When I heard you managed to quell those nobles, one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last! One final opportunity worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. Oh, actually. Oh, of course. Ah, yes! Thank you, Gardevoir, for avoiding that. She's not the one that says... Oh. Typhlosion and Garrett. Had I started with Typhlosion, that would have been better. Alright, didn't do much. This... yeah. That's fine. Come out, Typhlosion. Oh yeah, it shouldn't have wasted a move on Calm Mind. Blade. Hope Mamoswine can survive this. Say, the one high horsepower will probably take out Sneasler. Seems my ninja techniques will soon be consigned to history. Would have been nice to have Guardy up for that too, but Young one, very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target that they know they cannot beat. To be honest, I don't hate you. Might actually like you after a fashion. At least for the skill you show in battle. But listen well. Pokemon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by maddened Pokemon running amok. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui to try to build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokemon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Do that, and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle. Oh good. He healed my Pokemon for me. Oh. Probably don't need to, but let's actually save. Hey, look. Hmm. I mean, those have value, but they have use as well. Um... You'd better take that red chain up to the top of the mountain. That Pokemon threatening to descend on the peak any moment now. I think maybe Almighty Sinnoh. But all this has to be stopped, and you're the only one who can do it. Almighty Sinnoh seems to be nearly here, but still the commander obstructs us. Alright. Oh, he's in battle armor. Damn. You again. I've heard that this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold the world together. Keep it as it's meant to be. A welcome idea. But can I truly put my faith in such tales? Commander, please, be reasonable. I understand that you're bound to protect your people as commander of the Galaxy Expedition team. I have the same duty towards my clan. But doubting Crispy like this, you're not just wrong, you're a fool. Perhaps you are right. But if I were to simply place my faith in this boy, and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people? You may think you're the only one desperate to protect the people of Jubilife, but you're not. Crispy is putting his life on the line as well. Fine. Enough. Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever of us is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon. Today we battle in earnest. Alright. Another one with only 4 Pokemon. Oh, I don't have a good one for a bird. It's a fast bird, too, damn. Oh, actually, apparently I do have some good ones for the bird. Oh! Um... Damn. And actually, Sneasler had something that would have been good. He was the only one with a super effective move. Damn. Alright, oh, and his last one's a golem. Okay. So I just realized Gyarados' flying type may actually be a downfall here. Ow! Oh, come on. That's actually fine. He was low enough health that we were getting him no matter what. Alright. Back to the Braviary. It's fine. That means Typhlosion can finish him. That finishes that fight. Mm-hmm. Good amount of XP, but still doesn't really get numbers up where I need them necessarily. Forced to be reckoned with. Let's see. See, the fates have decided. I concede, and I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commander Kamado. I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer, but please use that strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No, for the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui. Do not worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. Okay, all my Pokemon are healed back up. To the temple, but I fear the situation's already beyond our control. There we go, with... Ursaluna, Lilligant, Arcanine, Basculin, Electrode, Sneasel. Yeah. Almost all of them. It's interesting. No weird... No, there's Weird Ear and Cleavor. Okay, I just missed them. Yeah. So all the, nobles. Come on. Now's the time. Use the red chain. Wait, what? What is this? There's a voice in my head. No, in my heart? It's speaking to me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. Whoa, Irida. Do you hear what you're saying? Catch you? Almighty Sinnoh. I think Almighty Sinnoh may be speaking to me. It's telling me, you hold the red chain. Try to catch me then. For the fight to come. Take these. Hey, Ultra Balls. Sure, this is gonna be rough. But yeah, since it's her, that means it's Palkia, right? Alright. Yeah, nope, that's gonna hurt. Goodbye, Typhlosion. Guardy just doesn't have the levels necessarily, but... Oh, crap. Please survive. Nope, of course she doesn't. Okay. That's where I'd want it, health-wise. Let's hope Mamoswine can tank a couple hits. Or he doesn't have to. Oh. We got a Palkia. He caught it, right? He caught Almighty Sinnoh? The red chain's been shattered, but we've still got the Pokemon of the lakes to thank for getting this far. Oh, well done, Crispy, my lad. Masterfully handed. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. You truly are the pride of the Survey Corps. Looks like I taught him well. Taught us nothing, lady. I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's called Palkia. Mighty Palkia is speaking to me in my mind. Space-time grows chaotic. A power fails. The frenzied ones. It comes now to fight. That is why I am here. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain smashed to bits. No way even Crispy could tackle another Pokemon as strong as that last one now. And here's Dialga. All of you. We must vacate this. Get the fancy talk. Book it! Come on! We gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. But Commander, we can't just leave it here. You dunce! You won't be any use to anybody if you die up here on this mountain. What you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get going. We gotta get gone. Such dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capability to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Crispy. And did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems like that's a buildup of the same energy that was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into their frenzied states. So our two clans truly are following different Almighty Sinnoh, but both are real? Both are real. What a shocking turn of events. To say nothing of the shock of hearing the commander speak so differently. I must apologize from the bottom of my heart. To the both of you, as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Crispy. And to you, I acted on ill-considered presumption and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. And despite all that, you still strove to save all of Hisui. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reason to act as you did. Might I suggest we return to the matter at hand? We've left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell in the past, huh? Just what I'd expect from a real scientist. Dependable attitude indeed. Yes, let us move on. We need No need to speak any further about my rash action, not to mention my loss of composure. Seems that having Crispy about has been a good influence on all. That's only natural. Crispy is strong enough to defeat even this new opponent single-handedly. Whoa, slow down. Did you forget that the red chain broke? We'll be alright, armed with the knowledge mighty Palkia imparted to me. Palkia? The Pokemon that talked to you? Yes, it told me its name, but that's not all. It also told me this. The Stone of Creation's beginning. The Chain of Red. The Vessel of Humankind's invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now disturbing the flow of time. Then, mighty Palkia might go with us back to the temple. And then mighty Palkia must go with us back to the temple. Well, that Chain of Red is in pieces now, but if little bits will do, I gathered those. And the Vessel of Humankind's invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. That's gotta be it. But what about the Stone of Creation's beginning part? Lien might have some idea. His knowledge about stones and minerals, he even goes digging for ore sometimes. That's so. The Warden Lien will be a fine resource to consult. What are your thoughts, Professor Levinton? Do you have any idea what this stone could be? Upon my word, perhaps I do. Could you lend me those plates you received from Weird Ear and the others? The ones that Volo said had messages engraved upon them? Ah, just as I remembered. Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. Think this may be a hint to what we need. What do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe the young Lien might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the Diamond Settlement asking about those plates before, too. It seems like a lead worth following. It's decided, then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore, aka Origin Forms. May we ask for your clan's aid once more? Of course, I'll call Leanne to the summit camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation just never came, so I decided to honor you all with my unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adamon, I see all these other louts have their little tasks to be getting on with, but what of the great Melly? What's my role in all this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever, just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adamon, and make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hint! Oh, Adamon. Oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work they are not. And, oh, before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Galaxy Team Grunt. Well done, you. This guy... Take this as a reward for your adorable effort. Just my way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. More candy truffles. Okay. Brought Leon. That ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. Hisui's and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural that I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with that, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in battle. That bumbling ball of yours. Excuse me? That bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? Melly, give it a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adamon! Everyone back home is all worked up because the Pearl Clan got to speak to Almighty Sinnoh, or Palkia, or whatever. Do you want him to hog all the glory? Warden Leanne, if you would. Certainly. Then let us set out at once. We make for the primeval grotto. Alright. So that, and... Actually, should check crafting quick. I wasn't going to, then I realized, no wait. Crafting isn't a bad idea. But stuff I want to craft. Don't. Alright. You. Water dragon, eh? Sorry, Gyarados. The better water dragon is having to is going to be joining us. Do I put all that effort into you? Kinda sucks, but oh well. What is... It's got Spatial Rend, Hydro Pump, Aqua Tail, and Earth Power. I think what he's got is fine. Alright. There's the cave entrance. So I guess before we go into the cave... I was not expecting that to actually catch. We'll pass. Alright, well. This cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself was created in this very place. What do you think, Leon? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of my Sligo's moves, think you'd better leave this extraction work up to us, wouldn't you say? Going to have to ask you to stop right... We're going to have to ask you to stop right there. Are you idiots again? Oh, come on. Who's there? We don't have any time to waste with... Clover. We haven't seen you since you walked out on the clan. Where have you been all this time? I don't have to tell you anything. Look, you can carry on digging out that treasure after you're after, and then you'll give it to us. I don't know why you even look surprised. It's not as if we're hard to follow. Or as if you were hard to follow. What you seek may be as precious as treasure, but this isn't about how valuable it is. We need it to restore that awful sky to normal. That earnest goody two-shoes act of yours is what made me leave the Pearl Clan in the first place. Enough. I don't care why any of you ran off to play bandit, but I won't let you get in Leon's way. There are 3 of you and 3 of us. Let's go, Crispy. You take charm. I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our path. I am the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm, especially in this, the battle of a lifetime. Damn it. Do kind of wish I'd started with a different Pokemon, but that's fine. Has a super effective move. Might as well try and hope we're not asleep. Way to go, Palkia. Nice, simple. Won that one. With no trouble. You are rather formidable. Hey, look, some more levels. Come on, Clover. Why not come back to the Diamond Clan? Times are changing. We're changing. And we could really use someone as strong as you are. Are you joking? I've got no interest in living back in that place. With all its stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep your treasure this time. But you'd better do something about that sky. You're as strong as ever, Crispy. Maybe you really can do something about that monstrous creature at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, the next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. See, those 3, what did they even come here for? Oh well. I'll heal up everyone's Pokemon. The 2 moves that I used. Coin that I remember never hesitated to help someone in need, even if she groused. If she groused as she did it, so. I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanting to help. Then they should have just said so. What a pain they are, hiding behind all that attitude. I was able to extract some of that origin ore, or whatever it is you wish to call it. I suppose it had better go with you. An ore spoken of in ancient myths and said to contain the power of Almighty Sinnoh itself. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply failed to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. I know we could count on you, Leon. No wonder Cleaver recognized you as a worthy warden. God, it's almost time for another break. Let's hurry back to Mr. Professor and show him what we got. That Levinton's got sound judgment, plus knowledge to spare despite his silly streak. Alright. Oh, nope, not the thing I want to climb. I love the eyes looking out of the basket like that. Alright. So this is the Stone of Creation's beginning, the origin ore. Yes. You can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin itself? I've been meaning to ask since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything, by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl. Now then, back we go to Jubilee Village. Time to make a new Pokeball. Is this going to be our Master Ball? Alrighty, Mr. Professor. It's all in pieces now, but this is what's left of the red chain. Splendid. Even pieces, I think we'll find it's still perfectly fit for purpose. You're jolly lucky you had the foresight to pick up all those broken bits back at the temple. Your turn, Crispy. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. Handed over the origin ore. The fragments of the red chain collected at great personal risk by the Diamond Clan, then the Stone of Creation's beginning, which we only learned of thanks to the Pearl Clan, and now it's a time for the Galaxy team to play its part and turn those items into a proper vessel. Kari, my girl, you are one of our team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honor? This is my true battlefield, Crispy, even if it may be safe indoors. This may take us some time. Perhaps the rest of you had best wait outside while we work. Come on, Mr. Professor. Wish they'd hurry it up in there. I'm starting to suspect all that you're prattling about the value of time is a cover for your own impatience. If sitting back and waiting actually solved things, I'd sit forever, because that'd be useful time. You'd be using time well, unlike this. Done it. Crispy, it's complete. I dub it the Origin Ball. If the message conveyed to our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared at the Temple of Sinnoh. A singular and irreplaceable Pokeball that can be used to catch the frenzied Pokemon raging at the Temple of Sinnoh. These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. To think the fate of all Hisui could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things brings the two of you closer together. Wait, please. I hear something. That voice is speaking in my mind again. You mean Palkia? Yes, it appears that mighty Palkia is willing to lend its own strength for us in this battle. Now, that's what I like to hear. The Pearl Clan's almighty Sinnoh, well, I guess I should just call it Palkia. It's one fierce Pokemon. Everyone's ready. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Palkia. Alright, well, it is time, before we do that, to take another short break. But when we are done, we will come back and head up to the temple. So let's see and hope that we can get through this next fight, whatever next fights happen, without any real issue. And we'll be back in just a little bit. All right. Sorry, it took a little longer on that break getting a few things done, but let's get back to this. I do find it funny and interesting that the map puts us over here, even though we're supposed to be in the building. I never actually looked and noticed that. Or this is the only time it's ever done that. That's another possibility. But alright. Oh, hey! And here you are, Lost One, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet. Seems a vicious battle might await you. I'll go where I must. Oh, well said. Now, hearken to my words, young ones. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you will encounter at the Temple of Sinnoh is Dialga, ruler of all time. If it is allowed to run wild, time itself will twist and bend here in Hisui, and eventually, the very world may be broken. But you have to aid the aid of its counterpart, Palkia, the ruler of space, and therein lies hope. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can once again be as it should. Now, take Palkia at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. I must say, this is quite the intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has on offer. Excuse me. Is this the time for shopping? Well, it's hard. I'll hardly have time for shopping if the world ends, will I, young man? A fair point. Alright, Crispy. Once you feel ready, set out. We make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. Actually, I should... yeah, we're good. Alright. Well, maybe one. I... my god. Should just... I mean, I know this thing has nothing that affects Mammo, fine, but still. Oh, I should have. Mhm. Oh my god. Alright. Have another battle here. Just the boy I've been waiting for. I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought I might be helpful to you if I set up here, closer to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see into the world of myth and legends. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. Oh, but you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokemon. I got no doubt you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in danger. Don't trust him. Even if I didn't know that a fight with him was coming. There's some rather oddness about him. Alright. For so long, I thought that I had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilife Village. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy the Pokemon of the temple, I felt it was my only path. But you've shown me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, recruit? Ready to fight. In all of vast space, your place has found you. What in the world does that mean? It's a Pearl Clan saying. It reminds us that occasions you must rise to are only stages where we may prove ourselves, where we might shine our brightest. So basically, you're saying not to feel nervous. Starting to see the appeal of how you Pearl Clan people think, in some situations anyway. We will support you in whatever way we can, though I doubt you'll need it. Crispy, protect Hisui and her people. Protect time and space for her Pokemon. And then prepare to fight an idiot. And that's how the temple got destroyed. Oh. That was unexpected. I don't even know what suddenly, like, I didn't even get a warning of anything coming close. I'm gonna restart that battle, because I want to do that from beginning to end. But I don't know what hit me at the end there. I dodge rolled game. There we go. We got him that time. Hey, this guy's back to normal. And the ruined columns are what they are in Diamond and Pearl now. Like I said, learned how the column got broken. Caught it. He really did it, didn't he? My eyes aren't lying, right? He actually went and caught it. Good show. What a catch. You contained that fearsome thing in the origin ball. Absolutely astounding as ever, Crispy. Finally. Formidable as usual, Crispy. Yes. So even the commander sheds a tear now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. What gives, Commander? Not sure I deserve a sumo throw. Well, at least it seems this is no dream. Listen up, all of you. We faced a calamity unlike any we have known, but we were able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all. Gather your clans. This will be the greatest celebration Hisui has ever seen. Celebrate? With the Diamond Clan? 2 clans together, huh? Well, since it turned out we were both following a true almighty Sinnoh of our own, I guess the times when we'd fight over who was wrong or right are ancient history now. I'm sure our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree, but this may well be the best path towards protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate, for today dawns a new day for all those who live in the Hisui region. Where's the fight? Come on, Volo. Oh. I thought we had a Volo fight here, but I guess that's later. Because this is effectively our main campaign and our base story ending. Anything past this, just like with DLC for the other games, is extra post-game stuff. Effectively. Even if the DLC didn't have to be done post-game. Not that this had DLC. But for Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet's DLC, I don't think you have to wait till post-game to do them, but they might as well treat them as post-game stuff. And with this being where we get our credit scenes, this would be the end of the main story. Nope, and just like every Pokemon game, can't skip the credits. Well, at least this guarantees we'll probably still play around with some stuff for a little bit here, maybe end a little early today. But at least this means that next week when we start up, well, let's see. It's either basically ready for our last one, so it's either going to be Scarlet or Violet. Well, you know what? We just finished a game in the past. So either we keep with the past theme with Scarlet, or we go with the more futuristic stuff with Violet. If I remember correctly, at least, I think. That is such a weird... Why did they do that? Sorry, I'm looking at the back, and Violet has the Scarlet band on the back, and Scarlet has the Violet band on the back. We'll probably stick with the past-ish stuff, and we'll probably do Scarlet to start next week. I honestly wasn't sure if this was gonna, like, we came in and I was like, okay, we got the Noble and then some other stuff. I was kind of 50-50 whether we'd get through the whole thing or if we'd have another episode to do, but it would seem it worked out. Mind you, I know there's more to do in this game, but this at least gets us into post-game. Your ARC phone is beeping. Seek out all Pokemon. Yeah. Mind you, we still definitely have plenty of quests to do. In fact, what, 1, 2, 3? We're missing 9 and 10. Well, let's see what happens here quick, because we got another half hour still before when our next break would have normally happened. We'll push closer to that before we end for the day. Good morning, Crispy. Looks like the space-time rift has vanished. The sky's gone back to normal again. Which I suppose means we better get back to the original mission, completing the Pokedex. We're going to meet in the Survey Corps office to discuss our next steps. See you there. Well, but I do want... Steel Dragon. I know it does technically double up the dragons. But... They have the same special attack. There we go. We'll get our 2 dragons together. No reason not to use the 2 of them, for now. Also, you're the Tanzer member hearing about. Favor to ask you. You know, Orboro tunnel near Obsidian Falls. I'm hoping to dig into the tunnel walls to see if I can find any good stones there, but a Pokemon's been raging about and getting in my way. It's more than I can handle. Do my best. There's a lot of requests in this game, huh? Token of gratitude. Oh. You're the one who accepted my request? Well then, let's get right to business. There's an old tale that has long been told in the Hisui region about a dark nightmare that visits people on lonely paths at night. I never put any stock in it myself until I saw it. I saw a terrifying black Pokemon just like the one in the stories. They say that people who are trapped in the nightmares it creates never wake again. Can't wait for someone to fall victim to it. We've got to act before that can happen. I saw it near the Clamberclaw Cliffs, partway up Mount Coronet. And it was when I was out walking alone at night, just like the old stories all say. Be careful if you go in search of it. I wouldn't want you to lose your life over this. Nothing below. And seemingly nothing above. Alright. So, I trust you enjoyed yourself at the festival? Nope. Damn it. Indeed. That only seems natural, given the crowd. I believe last night was the first time I've caught a glimpse of you making merry, Captain. I believe you must be imagining things. Now, Professor, to business, what is the current state of progress on the Pokedex? Dare say we've made quite significant progress all in all, though we can afford to put a little more effort into our research tasks. And, of course, it is hard to know how far to go in pursuit of some reports. Certain Pokemon have only been mentioned in Hisui's legends, after all. Who knows if they're even real? With how little we know about Hisui's history and legends, it seems a tall order for us to tackle. Couldn't help but overhear. Uh-oh. If it's Hisuian history and legends you want, then I'm your man. Yeah, he's gonna have us now do history stuff, isn't he? Why, I spent plenty of time studying such things instead of, also tirelessly doing my work for the Ginkgo Guild. And I've visited many of the ruins and whatnot here in Hisui region already. I imagine I could teach you a thing or two about any Pokemon of legend in these parts. Music to my ear, good fellow. Listen well, you are to learn all you can from the merchant fellow and work together as needed, for the sake of the Pokedex. We, meanwhile, will also continue to gather intelligence on Pokemon by other means. I'll set out for the Heights camp then, Crispy. I'll be expecting you. Okay, besides, I have something I'd like to discuss with you two, so I hope you won't keep me waiting. Uh-huh. I kinda don't want to get that going, though. Alright, what have you got? You know, you're even an interesting member of the Security Corps, a secret weapon, if you will. They're a bit of a Pokemon battle master, in fact. think I could trouble you to face our secret weapon in battle? Sure. Oh! Appears to be a face-off between two masters. You know, I've heard our core secret weapon can even defeat alpha Pokemon. Hmm. Here's our ace in the hole, Rest. Please, Captain. I'm just a common guardsman. However, as long as I stand in defense of this gate, I have no intention of letting anyone defeat me. That better be a level 100 Bidoof. Oh, level 62. Close enough. That is a powerful Bidoof. A weird set of Pokemon. He's got 3 very high level, very basic Pokemon. This was to be expected. Setting out beyond the village and battling so many different Pokemon in the course of your Survey Corps work has made you very strong. You know, my first job as a guardsman was catching some Bidoof that seemed intent on infiltrating the village. Since then, I've kept many Pokemon from passing through our gates. Sometimes I'd slip up and let some in. Goodness, would people let me have it. But I also befriended some of the Pokemon, and before I knew it, we'd grown strong together. I gained so much, and all because I was trying to make sure folks could live safely here. It's my job to keep everybody safe, isn't it? Now, there's one last thing I'd like to tell you. If you're heading outside the village again, stay safe out there, kid. And now I think I'd better get back to work. Alright. There's 3 requests to grab there. There. Hmm. Ugh. Well, when we finish this, we'll actually get an upgrade to the book, won't we? Huh. All right. See what? If it isn't crispy good timing, I found some treasure you'd be interested in. Your ears perk up. Happy to fill you in if you're curious. There's that Survey Corps spirit. Curiosity, what's moved science forward, according to good old Mr. Professor. Come to think of it, what I've found seems too valuable to just let you in on for free. You'll need to work a little. Here's the deal. I want you to show me what's in your mind, your heart, your soul. Short, battle me. Damn it, I didn't want to go right to the battle. It's on. Time to see what you've got. Hmm. And there we go. Palkia got rid of all of them that time. And nobody had to pass out. So here's the treasure. Adamant crystal. When used on Dialga, this large glowing gem wells with power and allows the Pokemon to change form. Used to be my grandfather's. He said it was somehow related to to Mighty Dialga. So now that I've put you through the ringer a little, it seems right to give it to you since you're the one who caught Mighty Dialga. You know, I had to tell you, I'm glad it was you who fell out of the sky to us. You taught me another way to get along with Pokemon, another way to relate to the world. I'm curious, so... I guess that would change. Probably give him his origin form, huh? Go. Oh, it's interesting that Dialga isn't in that list there. Hmm. Probably should have done the other camp. Oh well. Same idea. We shall rest here a little. And then... Alright. Tell you there's no better way to stave off the cold. Oh. Good. We've got the test. I'm not doing it right now. And yep, this is the first one. I'm betting the other one is going to be our chance for Palkia's origin thing. Studying Pokemon, some kind of book with them. Of course. I can't allow that. You'll know more about Bergmite than I do, right? Convinced that nobody loves or understands Bergmite more than I do. Once you've completed its entry in your book, come show it to me. As Bergmite's #1 fan in all of Hisui, I'll make sure you haven't missed any details. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, it works, though. Yep, I knew she was going to be the other one here. Remind you about this incredible precious thing I found. Are you curious, tantalized? I am curious. And it should be, as a single person in all of vast Hisui who wouldn't be interested in treasure. What I want? You want to battle? Yes, exactly. I want to be able to achieve feats like yours, like what you did atop Mount Coronet. Not a good idea to play music like that in a snowy region like this where avalanches might happen, but hey, to each their own. My partners and I am going to get stronger and travel all across this wide world. Yeah, that's the next one we need to get rid of, because fire is strong against steel. Oh my god. There we go. That just leaves the psychic Pokemon. Just a little bit of poetic justice to take care of each of them with the other clan's Sinnoh. Are there people even stronger than you out in the world? Pokemon stronger than yours? Just have to find out for myself, I suppose. Here, treasure I promised you. Lustrous Globe. Founder of the Pearl Clan. Somehow connected to Mighty Palkia, I mean. And since Mighty Palkia is with you now, I'll trust the Lustrous Globe to you. Alright, that takes care of the side quests that are here. And honestly, perfect timing. Actually, before we do that, let us rest to heal up, because I will forget this by the next time I get on here. This game. And then turn to the village. That puts us well prepared so that next time we do come back to this, we can do our sort of post-game story stuff. So let us... Wrong buttons. Go... here. Hit our wonderful save. And while it is about an hour earlier than we normally would, we'll end early today and call it here. Now, as always, Sundays, no stream. That is my one day to kind of relax on stuff. But we will be back Monday. Hopefully between now and then, I will try to get some grinding in on Octopath Traveler so that all of the side characters are a bit healthier. And we will basically try to jump right in, I think, to... Well, we'll either jump right into the Chapter 4s for them, or we'll work on trying to get... a few other things done first before we go for that. As always, though, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today, and I will see you all next time. So, later.